We aren't allowed to stand up for ourselves anymore. If we do, someone has us on mark, waiting to make one false move to shoot us down. You cannot speak your mind because everyone has become too touchy all of a sudden, with the power to come to conclusions, take out inferences, because we are too busy being politically correct. Children have parents now who are the worst examples to emulate. They hide things from each other in a family, try to keep an upper hand over the other, compete for affections through gifts, gossip because it helps them digest their food, and so on. Growing up in an environment where you are subjected to these day and night is sure to have an impact in how you think and process those thoughts to practice in reality. A suicidal mother is sure to have a daughter who either despises her, finds it an embarrassing truth, or feels she might try it one day too. Being a parent is one of the most powerful roles one can play to make a change. You can teach your children anything you want, everything they require to survive the world around them. We are so busy preaching what our children should or shouldn't do that we forget they are watching us all the time, wondering why we don't practice what we preach. Rule breaking is taught when a mother picks her first drink in front of her daughter. Rule breaking begins when the same daughter drinks in front of her parents. Children never do what they are taught, ladies and gentlemen. Children do what they see. If they see a parent struggling to make ends meet, they will learn frugality. If they see the other parent squander every penny away, they will learn that too. Now, you have successfully raised a child who will remain confused, struggling internally to figure out what is right and what is wrong. Fact and fiction have one thing in common which we often neglect to notice. There are stories with meanings, lives with tales that can be learned from. Whichever genre of book or movie you may like, there is always a lesson in the end with several more along the way. Watching or reading for entertainment is the basic idea, but there are values that are on display which cannot be practiced in the society we live in. It is true that some rules are for our own safety, while others are custom-made to make us question who made these rules in the first place. For example, you must stand up for yourself. But when you do, be prepared by the same group to ask you to sit down. Why? Because they aren't comfortable about it. When you find folks advising you, pay close attention to what they really imply. There is a distinct difference between sporadic encouragement and a consistent one. To follow the norm of society's version of being good is dissatisfactory to those who take the dare to want something more than handouts given for an acceptable performance. This may make you uncomfortable, but it is better to stand up for yourself now than to wake up one day to realize it's too late, simply because you're too comfortably scared to do so. Using excuses to delay will make you abandon all hope to give yourself what you deserve. Once you're on the path, you aren't good anymore. You're a self-centered, crooked, conniving, selfish person who upset everyone on a whim. Shame on you for standing up for yourself. Shame on you for breaking the societal code of being good. Shame on you for wanting to put your happiness before anyone else's. You're alienated, spoken about in hushed tones. You walk through it all, whistling a merry tune along the way, happy to live a life of your own making. There is partial truth in what my mother says. This generation lacks tolerance, due to which most problems occur. To be tolerant does not imply bare mental atrocities you are regularly subjected to just so that you are not the first pebble thrower, where a boulder or worse a meteorite will land one day. We collect experiences to teach others what is required to be done, throwing our hands up in the air while listing out all the reasons we can't join them. Acknowledge one fact here and now. Being a hypocrite at some level has become the sort of lint we cannot get rid of. Even if you say what you do doesn't matter to anyone or that it is too late for you, you know this. It is never too late to stand up for yourself, and what you do matters as well as affects you the most. No one is asking you not to be good. All I'm saying is be good to yourself first. The lassitude of being good arises when we get bogged down by the weight the society that surrounds us puts on our shoulders. We hurl symbolic statements at one another, trying to make stands sturdy enough for us to stay on, based on our belief, which have brought us till where we are today. No one is a slave to anyone else. Everyone behaves the way they want to, whether they are supposed to or not, depends on various factors. What about you? When was the last time you were good? Do you equate the societal rendition to your own? Being good is doing good. Now add to yourself to the last line. Being good to yourself is doing good to yourself. And that is how we bring about change. If you're happy in a state of life you are in, you will spread happiness. You will be productive. You may also become creative. Start the shine from within, my friends, to show the glow from without. And with that, we come to the end of another valued discussion. I will see you next Friday. Until then, please take care of yourselves. Enjoy your weekend. I hope you deserved it. And I will see you next Friday, same time, same place. This is Yashodhara Singh from India saying lots of love to you and yours. Stay happy and stay blessed. Namaste.